A pleasant day to each of my lovely students. Good day. I am Sarah Mariso. For the past week, we have completely comprehended what is literacy. Literacy, in traditional term, it is all about being able to read and write, but as we encountered various tests of times, it has evolved into many forms. Now, nandito na tayo sa exciting part. Yesterday, I told you to choose two literacies and make an organizing involving their attributes. Now, reporter number one, please present your output.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I am reporter number one. My name is Shalami Angelica Laroga. So here are my chosen topics for the literacy. But before anything else, I'd like to share my screen to everyone. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. So here is a graphic organizer about my topic. So I chose the category informational and emotional literacy, and the following in there. These are the following attributes. Before I start my report, let me ask you, everyone, what is your idea or your thoughts about these following categories: the informational and emotional literacy? Okay, I see your hands raising, Jessa Jacquino.
Well, I have an idea about the emotional literacy. So, in my honest opinion, emotional literacy is all about being able to be aware of one's emotion and eventually understand it in order to embody these sense of understanding when being with other people. This type of literacy is essential to the word socialization. Being kind, being respectful, being resilient, having empathy towards other people, and being able to control your emotions in certain situations can serve as a guiding light to be called emotionally literate. Nevertheless, if you are emotional literate, you will surely have better social relationships.
Okay, perfect. Now I see your hands raising, Miss Liza Maville.
For me, emotional literacy is about having sensitivity to the feelings of others. It's also about knowing your own emotion and how you handle it.
Thank you so much for that thought. Now let us have Daphne Helia.
Okay, knowing what information is and how to use it is informational literacy. It's like understanding the information structure and being able to tell the most reliable sources of information for a particular requirement, locate them, critically evaluate them, and then disseminate the results.
Perfect. You've done a great job there, classmates. So yes, it's true, and all of your answers are correct. So let me give you what or my thoughts about this or their attributes of informational literacy. Let's start with this one. So informational literacy talks about the extent of information needed, being literate about the informations, the access that it is need or the access the needed information effectively and efficiently, evaluate information in its sources critically, incorporate selected information into one's knowledge base, use information effectively to accomplish a specific purpose, understand the economic, legal, and social issues surrounding the use of information, and access and information ethically and illegally. So examples of this are planning, searching in the web, and evaluation. So when we talk about informational literacy, okay, so we are here in the world of what we call that have a lot of information, but being informational literate is rare. So being or here in informational literacy, it talks about getting information and critically evaluating it. So when we say that we gather the truth and factual information, so we just not take this information into account without properly citing these sources. So that is informational literacy. Now let's talk about emotional literacy. So the attributes of emotional literacy are self-awareness, means high level of emotional intelligence, enable people to be honest, accept and harness their weaknesses, desire, and shortcomings, and having the self-regulation, it means to control their impulses, maintaining calm and not overreacting to mistakes, react, embrace, and adapt to change. Next is empathy. Being emotionally literate means to empathize to someone or to other people. It's being able to identify and understand other emotion. So imagine yourself in someone else's position. And motivation, being self-motivated, enjoying what you do, working towards achieving goals. And next is social skills, managing relationships in a way that benefit the organization. So when we talk about emotional literacy, it is by means of empathizing, socializing with other people in a way or in a rightful way that you cannot hurt or damage them. So it just means to empathize, that alienate people, but actually empathize to them. It means to be able to recognize, name, understand, and express the feelings, your feelings, without demeaning or degrading someone else's. So that is all about my report, sir.
Thank you for that, Ms. Laroga. Such a comprehensive presentation. This is your Sarah Mariso saying, unsaon man na imong pohon kung di ka mo padayon. Goodbye, student.